Alrighty, everyone, it's time for another Banjo race. I think I have everything set up on screen. Joined with me, we got Eric's and Carrie. Say hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi everyone.
I just woke up like an hour and a half ago, so hopefully I'm okay to good. I got off work this morning at 6 a.m. So.
Oh, that
Oh my
sucks.
gosh. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
And I have to work at 6 a.m. tomorrow. Start. So, isn't my work schedule great?
That's terrible.
Sounds great. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I just saw Eric's name is bleeding into the video.
Oh no.
Okay. So yeah, first round of the tournament for both of y'all. How are you feeling about today's race? I heard some talk of not much playing lately. Is that affecting any confidence?
It always does, yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I've had a couple really just like tough weeks in general, so I'm just looking forward to this. I think this will be fun.
Yeah. As long as, it's always good to take, racing with like a really fun, mentality kind of thing. So
Yeah, exactly.
it's always good. Other than, some people. Okay. Are you both ready to go?
Yes.
I am, yeah.
Cool. I'll count you down and then drag you out into your calls. So start it up in 3, 2, 1, go. And good luck to both of you.
Good luck, Curry.
Alrighty. Let's go ahead and wait to get them started. Wow, for some reason Kerry was way ahead of Eric's there. Alright, and let's go ahead and get some actual banjo music set up. There we go. Hey there, Tech. Or Tekka. Tech. Races do be fun. They do be fun. Also, shoutouts to me getting off my lazy butt. I actually put the Discord mics in the chat, so you don't have my gigantic name in like white text. Now we got some little some circle, so everyone can be graced by Paul Heyman's mug. So, gonna be an interesting race. Obviously just from PB alone, Eric's has a pretty big advantage, but Kerry actually runs no FFM as well, so that's definitely gonna put a little bit of a time cap on their gameplay. No FFM is pretty fun to watch as well. I mean, it's basically the same as, like, basically the same as, the other. Just, you gotta make a second trip to Freeze Easy Peak. That's about it. You gotta do Vile without shoes. All the fun stuff. By the way, I have a fan blowing like directly at me, so if you guys can hear my my heat pump blasting into my microphone, do let me know and I can divert the air elsewhere. Alright, so both of them cleared Spiral Mountain. Eric's a little bit ahead by a few seconds. Kerry with a sick gold split. Gold splits are always nice. Or I guess it's not so much gold splits. Everyone seems to be running rainbow splits these days. Which, I mean, I guess Rainbow Splits is like... I don't know that they feel better, but it definitely looks a lot shinier. But, I mean, with Gold Splits, you can, you know, go Glod, Glod. And that's just way more fun anyway. Although that meme's kind of died with time. Is this 100%? This is 100%, yes. The BK League is 100% races, and of course we have two very different routes happening today. So, I mean, obviously because we're running no FFM here, Kerry doesn't start the race with Talon Trot. And so Kerry's gonna have to eventually work their way over to Bottles to learn all the moves. So there's Beak Buster. Man, it's just so weird not seeing Talon Trot right at the beginning. Let's see, where does the winner of this go? The winner of this moves forward to race Oxlin. Oxlin's took out Briggs the other day. I think that happened on Tuesday, so I didn't have a chance to catch that race, but I think that was Child of Ragnarok posted that one. Alright, is Conga gonna troll? We've seen a lot of people seem to kind of miss the egg shot here. Looks like Eric's is doing a pretty standard spray and pray, kind of, you know, shoot 3 eggs kind of in a fan just to make sure you hit Conga with one of them. I think it's been a long while since we've seen the shoot 1 egg and then make it all the way to the witch switch. I think, I can't remember who did it. I think, Tyson tried to, like, make it all the way over. I can't remember if it was during that race or not. But that was also an Xbox run, so... not sure if the, lag has anything to do with that either. Alright, so Kerry's got all their moves learned in Mumbo's Mountain. I had Mountain in my head so hard and I almost said Spiral Mountain. I'm so used to calling Mumbo's Mountain MT. That just comes from so many years of playing Banjo-Tooie. Alright, time for Ticker's Tower. Alright, Ticker's Tower not in Talon Trot. Very recommended. For a lot of people, actually. I think a lot of people think, oh, I have Talon Trot here, I should be doing it in Talon Trot, but I mean, really, it doesn't lose that much time to not do it in Talon Trot. See, even there, Kerry tried to do a little bit in Talon Trot, but couldn't quite, so. When in doubt, do the nice, safe, and easy strat. Alright, now Kerry has to just do the huts and all the the last Jinjo, and they're out. Meanwhile, Eric's out of Mumbo's Mountain. Now, Eric's does do the RBA route, but Eric's kind of does a no bit clips route. So we're not going to be seeing Eric's do MMM early. Punched it right in the face. Yeah. I mean, Bear Punch is like such an unused move. I mean, I guess I wouldn't say totally unused because, it's used in the bit clips. But even then, you like never see it because you're canceling it like frame 1 with a jump, so. And snowballs. Yeah, I mean, I guess every other occasion you would use like Rat-a-tat or a roll. I mean, in both Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie, like, the standing attack moves just suck. Like, in Banjo-Kazooie, at least Bear Punch kind of hits in front. But in Banjo-Tooie, like, Kazooie's standing peck attack is just kind of... It's pretty terrible because it has a really long, like, duration in between the pecks, and you can get hit during that time. And it's like, what's even the point? Do they play on emulator? Is there a PC port or other application? These are both played on N64. PC emulator is allowed for Banjo-Tooie, or Banjo-Kazooie, sorry. But, it's usually pretty easy to see whether or not people are playing on, emulator. Emulator has a really flat look to like ground and water kind of thing, so. Oh, Kerry got the Bottles text. So Bottles teaching Banjo how to open doors. The long lost Bottles move. And yeah, first try Termite Jiggy is pretty good. I remember having a lot of trouble with that when I first started, running Banjo-Kazooie. And then, oh, thank goodness Eric's didn't try to beak bomb that. Definitely would have made it all the way up. And then, from the old tutorial on it, it was like, don't think of it as, a series of jumps to get on top of the level. Think of it more as a button combination. Come on, Eric's. Eric's tried to make that, like, look swag, but... Still don't get it first attempt. After your backflip and bear punch, jump on, or jump off, jump on, and then just quickly press A, B, A, Z. Easy. Oh, I thought Eric's was gonna bonk the wall there. That looked, kind of like a weird angle. Man, I really hate that quick dive to get the bottom of the cargo hold. Or whatever you call it. The brig. Is there a randomizer for BK? There is a randomizer for BK. I think there's a Discord for it, but I know that there's a lot of randomizer talk in the BK Discord as well. And Giant Jigglypuff is currently working on a better version of the randomizer using the decomp code. He always streams dev work on that Wednesdays. Ooh, is this gonna be good timing? Yes, it is. Alright, very nice. Uh-oh. It's been so long since... I don't even remember this route. Come on, Carrie, I believe. There we go, that should work. There we go. So, Carrie not having a Beak Bomb in TTC means having to kind of flap all the way up. Yeah, there's a randomizer for Banjo-Tooie as well. The Banjo-Tooie randomizer is mostly done through Archipelago. I don't know if you've heard of Archipelago randomizer. But it's a fun time. And it's constantly being developed too. We definitely live in a good age of randomizer speedrun or competition. Tech, if you're interested, if you look below the stream, there's a bunch of playlists to old tournaments that people have hosted on Banjo Race. TSR Stormed hosted a BK randomizer tournament a couple years ago. If you're interested in checking out the VODs for that. Kind of shows you, or showcases an older version of the Banjo randomizer with a rule set that was pretty okay for competitive play. That one snippet, guarding the note with its life. And then of course if you want to know more and play it and all that, just join the BK community Discord. Alright, Kerry managing to get the alcove jiggly without landing. And the Jinjo Jiggy. Jigoyi. I very clearly said Jiggy. Alright, nice Nipper. Alright, time for Eric's to take down Clankers. The ZZZ level. I don't know how he didn't get bitten one of those times he jumped. Banjo, whee! Start of Clankers might be the scariest part of the run. I don't think it's scarier than the first part of Gobies. If you're using the route that does Gobi clip like right away with like no health. That should be scary. Oh, I forgot about this. The overlapping cutscene with Leaky and Bottles. You only really ever see that in no FFM because you know, you don't you don't talk to Bottles. Oh, missed the Mumbo token. I guess it just depends on how like your early Clankers goes. If your cycle sucks, then it's like, you know, Gloop might be trolling a little bit. And then, of course, like... Oh! Missed the tooth. Seeing TTC without beak bombing is jarring. Yeah. You don't really appreciate how beak bombing speeds up the level until you've done it. But I mean, this is what we all, like, you know... This is what we all knew for a long time. I was cleaning out some files on my laptop, which is what I used to use, like, before I had my PC. I just ran off of a laptop because I like the convenience of dragging it from place to place. And, yeah, I was going through some of my old files, transferring them to my PC that I haven't touched in years, and I came across the old Furnace Fund calculator. And I thought, good times. Can't believe we used to use something like this. Oh, Kerry! Oh no, that's bad. I mean, the Furnace Fund calculator wasn't bad, but it was just like, you had to like fill it in, kinda. That was the hard part. And even then, like, if you weren't given a good Brentilda pattern, like, you were still, ooh, there's no way that's working. Yeah. Be ashamed of that flutter, too. Alright. Kerry dead. I was gonna say, I feel at this point, you may as well just, like, just straight up leave the level, but then you don't get the health refill. How many resets at first Brentilda? Well, first Brentilda was the one outside Click Clock Wood. That was the only Brentilda you talked to. I'm pretty sure that was the only one. Because if you talk to the Brentilda... No, you used to talk to first Brentilda, I think. I can't remember. Because I remember there was something about the grunty text that you used to skip the bottles text during open TTC cutscene. It's been a while. But I'm pretty sure the Brentilda everyone talked to was the one in Click Clock Lobby. And then if you needed another one, there was the one in somewhere else. Died to a gruntling in the lair. Yeah, but that would take you back to the beginning of the lair. Right? Eric's didn't have a good blade room there. I gotta go back and watch like some of ye old Banjo runs from like pre-FFM or pre-Ninpulk at least. I don't even remember when that was. But had to have been early. Like 2016 at the latest for Ninpulk anyway. Man, we've been speedrunning for a long time. Feels good, man. Although I say speedrunning for a long time, but when was the last time I did a speedrun? Is that egg gonna hit? Oh, there we go. Got him. Hey, Moggy, darling. Thank you for the raid. Alright, Kerry starting the underwater note grabbing. Bubble for safety. I'm not sure what the loop cycle is supposed to look like on on this level of ooh. Carrie's going for laps though. Alright, Eric's out of clankers. Looking to not lose a lot of time, but saved 0.1. Very nice. Meanwhile, Kerry's sitting at a comfortable 27 seconds in the green. Only lost 2 seconds on that TTC as well. From that, the shenanigans with the yellow Jinjo and then the undeath, I guess. At, the snippet at the end. The red snippet. I think Kerry could get a massive gold split on that one. With a little bit of practice on those bits. And I mean, fat gold splits on TTC are always like so nice. Certain levels in the game are just like, you know, you get gold splits and you're like, yeah, I guess I did that pretty okay. And then other gold splits are like, you know, oh man, just give it to me. Alright, looks good. Alright, Eric's taking the, oh, okay. Taking the FP early, a little bit safe at the end. I think could have done another beak bomb, but decided to just play it safe. I thought that one feather was going to take him up to the door, but just low enough to not be. Alright, Eric's pointing down with no water in sight. Not sure why Kerry got into Talon Trot before jumping on the bolt. Ended up missing the cycle. Oh no! Okay, take two. Nice safe jumps. Ah! Safe until the very end. Missed the one important jiggy. All important. Alright, meanwhile it's time for Eric to take on the snowman. We saw a very interesting Freezeezy peak on Banjo Race just the other day. Oh no, Eric's missed YOLO Star. Falling all the way down. Gotta run back all the way back to the plate pad. I didn't see what happened. I don't know if he was just in the wrong spot or if he jumped too far down or what. Either way, it didn't end up working. Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought that last beak bomb was pointed a little to the left of the button. And he was going to end up eating himself against the snowman. I mean, who would ever mess up the buttons, really? Thought Kerry was gonna get stuck on the lip there. It's always so easy to just, like, you know, if you're not straight in the hole, just kind of dance around the edge like a golf ball that just won't go in. And we've all been there, right? Eric's collecting the 12 days of notes. Didn't want to leave the Christmas tree, though. That's like the only thing I think I still took from Smasher's old Banjo-Kazooie tutorial. You know, back in ye olde days, that's a relic of the past for sure. 12 notes around the Christmas tree, just like the 12 days of Christmas. So you'll always remember how many notes you need to collect. Five head. So we're gonna see a little bit of a route change after Kerry's done with Clankers. Because Eric's does RBA, so we're gonna be seeing Bubble Gloop Swamp at the very end. Meanwhile, Kerry's gonna be going for Bubble Gloop Swamp right after Clankers. And so they'll kinda, you know, reconvene later on at Furnace Fun. I don't remember if you even do RBA or RRBA with no FFM. I mean, I guess you could, but I would assume Kerry's gonna collect all the lair jiggies as they go through the lair. Oh. Come on, kid. I can walk quicker. Wahey. Thank you for that, Boggy. Always likes to talk down on his opponents. Boggy, the trash-talking bear. Oh. Man, it's so scary seeing Boggy that far ahead at the very end of the race, but just because of the way the rubber banding works, it's always okay. Boggy goes like ultra slow, so... Alright, so Kerry bleeding a lot of time out on the Clankers. Makes sense, just because there was like a lot of cycle misses. This looks like it's gonna be close for the Jiggy, but it's not. Still got like another 3 or 4 seconds of leeway. Alright. And we're out of Clankers. Time for Bubble Bloop. A stage that nobody really cares for. Sorta. It do be kinda terrible though. I was about to say any of the stages with like damaging floor, but that's actually most of the levels, isn't it? Because I mean, sure you got the first 3 levels, but then Bubble Loop's got the piranhas, Freezeezy has the chilly water, Gobies has the sand eels, and I guess Rusty Bucket Bay has, I mean, the oil doesn't really count because you don't take damage in it, but you can't swim in it for very long. I mean, I guess there's like the acid area, but that's only like one tiny section, right? You just kind of grab the green Jinjo and you don't have to worry about it. I guess you can argue that the engine room is bad because it's, you know, no floor. And no floor is worse than a harmful floor. Right? Kids have been given all the presents of their deepest desire. What do you suppose are like in those presents, by the way? I guess the kids look a little more swagged up in Banjo-Tooie than they are in Banjo-Kazooie. So, like, you know, Moggy gets a hat. Soggy gets a dress. And Groggy gets a hamburger, perhaps. I don't know, that's just the first thing that came into my head. And I mean, it's like, yeah, it's food. It's perishable. Why would you put it in a present? But they live in basically a refrigerator, right? You could leave a present outdoors and it would keep the food, like, nice and refrigerator fresh, right? I mean, I guess Groggy wears a hat, too. It could just be, like, another hat. I'm trying to think if that's, like, the only discerning difference between Groggy and Moggy. Is, just one's fat and the other one's not. I can't remember if they, like, look any different other than that. Banjo-Tooie. I mean, I know they got, like, different shirts on, like Soggy's or Moggy's got on, like, shorts and a t-shirt. But I can't remember what Groggy wears. It's like big pants and a big shirt. Alright, Eric's all done with Free ZZ Peak now. Taking care of the Croctuses. Or the Crocti, if you'd prefer. Eric's going for 480 note door skip. Can't remember how many notes this is. That looked way too high, but I guess the loading zone extends a lot further out than I thought. Croctoads? I thought octopus, plural, was octopi. Not octoads. Octopodes, since it's Greek. Let's, this is like something I gotta Google now, because Octopodes versus octopi. Webster's Dictionary, the many plurals of octopus. The three plurals for octopus come from the different ways the English language adopts plurals. Octopi is the oldest plural of octopus, coming from the belief that words of Latin origin should have Latin endings. Octopuses was the next plural, given that the word an English ending to match its adoption as an English word, and octopodes stemmed from the belief that because octopus is originally Greek, it should have a Greek ending. I mean, I can see the accepted Latin, because I think most English words are derived from Latin. I'm sure this article kind of goes into, like, which is more or less, just looks Latin. Octopi appears to be the oldest of the three main plurals, dating back to the early 19th century. The I comes from the belief that, yeah, blah blah blah. While octopus may ultimately come from Greek, it had a stay in New Latin before arriving here. Yeah, so I guess it, like, you know, it changed to octopi to fit Latin before coming to the English language. It's really interesting. I feel like this would make an excellent conversation starter. What the hell? Kerry just bounced off that buzz bomb. Of course, after this conversation, I know a bunch of us are going to be walking out of here just waiting for someone to use the word octopi, and then, you know, pushing up the glasses. Well, actually... Well, actually, that's where you're wrong. Well, technically all three are right. They just, you know, depending on how learned you are and how long it's been since you've been enlightened. It just sounds dumber. PBV. Kerry uses purple and violet on the turtles. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I guess it's technically true, but sorta. I mean, I think some people would consider the bottom right turtle like a magenta. Then again, when I keep track of the turtle colors, I call the top one purple and then the bottom one light purple, even though it's clearly like a pink variation. It's like I feel like it's more bright than it is dark. Hence light, but I feel like a light purple is like a lavender, which doesn't contain much like orange, I guess. Then again, I'm not an expert on what colors make other colors. I guess every color is made out of red, green, and blue in certain doses. And then, you know, all the other rainbow colors are just combinations of those. Should go back to the good old days where, like, the only colors we knew were red, yellow, and blue. Primary color superiority. There was no octopi, there were no octopodes. Just red, blue, and yellow. Oh! Alright, luckily Kerry had lots of health there. And even more. I feel like Kerry almost has too much health. Because that's going to be a lot of health to take on Vile. I don't remember if you leave the level in no FFM. Ikam Bolkam. Now that I have this, like, Webster's Dictionary page up, how to pronounce the trickiest menu items. Gyro. Or gyro. You mean gyro? I've always said gyro myself. Let's see, andouille. Andouille sausage is mighty good. I prefer chorizo myself, but andouille's good. Tabbouleh. Kielbasa. Gnocchi. I always thought it was gnocchi, but this says gnocchi, gnocchi, or naki. I always thought the O in gnocchi had like an O sound. Gnocchi. Knish. A small round or square of dough stuffed with fillings, such as potato and baked or fried. That sounds very delicious. Quinoa. Quiche. Pho. Or pho. Apparently both of them are acceptable. The dominant English pronunciation, pho, however, mirrors the Vietnamese one, though the anglicized pho is accepted too. Interesting. That was a nice juke to avoid the ghost on the second pew by kind of like getting him behind you. What else is on here? Bruschetta. Prefix. A complete meal offered at a fixed price. Prosciutto. Beignet. Pozole. I've never heard of that. A thick soup, chiefly of Mexico and the U.S. Southwest, made with pork, hominy, garlic, and chili. I'll have to ask Eric's about that one. Oh! Is he gonna get back on the roof? Oh no! Eric's gotta run back around. Hey, Shaman Ninja. Alright, I gotta move this page down or something. Just because I haven't eaten yet today, so... Reading all these tricky menu items is making me think, man, I could use a beignet. Oh, nice washing machine! Alright, that was exciting. I'm glad that had my full attention. Man, Vile without speed shoes. I do not envy this. This is verily the worst thing to ever have to be done in a Banjo-Kazooie speedrun. Uh-oh. Vile's gonna start chomping those yumblies. Pumpkin soup. I've never had pumpkin soup, but I'm not a huge fan of pumpkin. Although, I imagine, like, you could, like, spice it up to, you know, taste like liquid pumpkin pie. Just maybe without the sugar. I guess pumpkin soup would kind of taste like a butternut squash soup. Except, you know, more like pumpkin instead of butternut squash. I imagine it has the same kind of consistency. Alright, so is Kerry gonna have to take like 1,000,000 damage on this buzz bomb? Yep. Go on, get the notes first, then do this. And you gotta, like, not jump into the buzz bomb right away. You gotta, like, kind of lure him down. Lure him, there you go. Lure him down, then take all the damage. Alright, that wasn't so bad. Kerry's saving a lot of time on this Bubble Boop Swamp, by the way. This, like, went from -14, or -13.4 to -136. That's a big time save. Meanwhile, Eric's went from +1.9 to +51.6 on that Mad Monster Mansion. But I guess that's kind of what happens when you fall off the roof. That's not that big a time loss, but I'm sure there was other stuff, but I was too busy looking up how to pronounce different foods. Good old jump to Grunny's hand, which I always took me like 4 or 5 tries. So I feel like when you're shock springing over to the hand, like the depth perception just doesn't kick in. It's just so easy to not do it. You lose time and break legs. Well, I mean, he flapped. I mean, I guess he did splat on top of the one section of the roof. Like falling from the very top down to the roof, and then off. It's like, ugh. Alright, so Kerry gonna be opening up gobies and then doing gobies. Oh no, it's FP. FP1, that's right. Gotta do FP, then open MMM. Then do gobies, then MMM. No, do you do MMM before gobies in this level? Or in this route? I think you're supposed to do MMM first. But I always did gobies first when I ran this route because I liked having the extra tokens. So I didn't have to worry about the tokens. An extra full level worth of Mumbo tokens was just worth the little bit of time loss. I saw that last Twinkly get eaten by the Twinkly Muncher, and I was like, oh god, did Kerry go too early? But no. There was one already jumping up. Alright, nice Gobi clip. One of the cleaner Gobi clips I've casted in the tournament anyway. Nice egg poop on the statue as well. Yeah, that was a little too low. Alright, Kerry being extra careful to pick up this present. I do not remember this road at all, though. Yeah, I can't tell if this is like a kind of like an ad-libbed route, or if it is like the no FFM route. It's been a very long time. Oh yeah, that's right. You have to do it in 2 trips. Yeah, I forgot. You have to get all the presents first on the first trip. Yeah, okay. It's all coming back to me now. It's all coming back to me now. 2 trips. That's right. 2 trips. Say it with me now. 2 trips. Alright. I'm really liking some of the names of Kerry's splits, by the way. I feel like a lot of them are references to something. I'm just not understanding them. Need to figure out a way to spawn the Boggy 2 speed shoes outside of the race. Yeah, I mean, they do last a long time. If only they worked the same way they do in Banjo-Tooie as well, where you could use them to, like, run out over top of water. That'd be just excellent. I'm very surprised Eric's didn't, what's it called? Bonk, or, not bonk, land on the top of... land on the top of the Ancient One statue. Come on, Eric, I believe in you. There you go. I think the best split name I've seen from Kerry so far was Titty C in TTC. That looks like a crash landing. Yep. Called it. Oh man, Eric's taking a lot of damage here. Poor Eric's. It looked like Eric's was trying to get himself wedged in between Gobies and the rock and then bear punching the rock, so that way you kind of pick up the Jiggy. That way you pick up the Jiggy and kind of overlap the cutscene without getting recoiled backwards. But it didn't work out. Does that actually work? Yes. Couple eggs trying to get into the... I'm not even sure what to call these. The wall faces. The sacrificial egg eater faces. I don't know if they have like an official name or not. Jinxie heads. I guess Jinxie heads make sense. Yeah. I don't know, I feel like Jinxie is Jinxie, right? So I feel like the, I don't know, the statues I just call the Ancient Ones. Oh! Okay. Thought Eric's was falling off that statue. Funny how that despite all the route differences, they're back in the same level. Though much different route through the level. Alright, Eric's falling into the maze, but taking a little bit of a shortcut right at the end. Very beginner-friendly route through the maze. I'm sure they're just like, you know, Ancient One, Jinxie statues. Call me whatever you want, just don't call me late for dinner. And then everyone cringes. God, I hate these statues so much. The jump from, like, the slope onto the statue is so terrible. I can't do it. It's just one of those things. It's like, I can do a lot of things, but not that. Just like that Meatloaf song. God, every time I see people beak bomb through that statue out, like, even if I know that it looks good, I always just imagine, you know, slamming into the, or touching down on the top of the statue, I guess, and then just, like, dying. Alright, Eric's coming for the big jump here. Easy peasy. Makes it look beginnerish. Kerry definitely missing with those eggs. Needs one more, I think. A little earlier. There we go. Alright, Eric's all done with Gobies. I think a good 2 levels ahead of Kerry at this point. He's completed Bubble Gloop and Mad Monster Mansion. Meanwhile, Kerry's been to Freezeezy Peak once. So that's like basically the difference. Kerry's still a good ways ahead of their PB, but I mean, I guess we'll find out like after Gobies. I feel like this has been a pretty okay Gobies though. Nothing really mind-blowingly terrible has happened. I feel like the same could be said for Eric's as well, but I mean, with Eric's there was, you know, all the shenanigans with Gobi, so wasn't able to do. Oh, another crash landing. This time on Kerry's side. Landing on Gobi, not able to do water pyramid clip. Which I imagine Eric's does, but I'm not sure. yield engine room do be coming up for Eric's, though. Always a scary time. Oh! Oh! Kerry getting wombo comboed. Oh, no! Please get the jiggy. Okay. I think that's the first time I've ever seen anyone get hit by one of the mummies in the water pyramid. I always think it's gonna happen, but then it never happens. Oh no, Eric's! Jump, 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 mash! Mash, you can do it. As it slows down, it's easy to get up. You just need to actually mash the button. Okay. Kerry grabbing a little bit more health from the mummy. 2 health is still pretty monka coming up to the end of Gobies, but it is what it is. Alright, Eric's makes it through the first fan, so the second fan is probably free. As it normally is, but, you know, if he dies, it's... You heard it from me, right? I'm not the first person to say so, but... There we go, Eric's just proving my point. Alright, nice easy clip through the window, and he's out of there. Now we get to see Kerry's Sandy Butts pyramid. Kerry having a hard time jumping up onto the right part of the wall. Oh! Didn't jump off though. Alright, through the maze we go. Not that way, though. Sometimes you just can't get on the wall. Luckily, it's nice, short, easy maze. Lots of time left on the timer. That is, yeah. I'm gonna say there is 0 chance that that's gonna continue a slip glitch. Alright, so at this point in Gobies, 2 health is pretty fine for Kerry, I think. I don't think there's too much danger of dying. Although, I guess in this route, you beak bomb to the alcove honeycomb, and then you go get all the health by Gobi. Or by, Grabba. I can't remember if in this route you have to, do the jump off the wall to grab his jiggy. I mean, I guess you could always get the shoes. But either way, you have to run through the sand to get all the notes. So I imagine that's what the that's what these honeycombs are for. Everyone nowadays just kind of beak bombs the grab a jiggy, but into the water. Dunked. Oh, you do beak bomb this. Beak bomb, and then I guess you just land. It's been a long time. Alright, Alright, and Kerry has 5 health, so getting all these notes will be easy peasy. Oh. What's going on here? What part of the level am I missing? Oh, unless they didn't do Gobi. Oh, okay, okay. Wait, what? I had never seen that before. The gears were turning, but there was like a stick in the cog. Now that is a strat. Is it a better strat than the jump? No. I feel like that would be a good backup strat, right? Because you could try the jump, and then if you fail it, you take the damage in the sand that you already take from just running over there, and then you do the same jump again. So I feel like that's just skipping the strat and going straight to the backup, which is fair if you're shit at the jump. And you know that you'll need to go for it. It's good thinking, though. I didn't even know that you could do that. Because, I mean, I guess you know, you always see lots of people slide down the slope. But I didn't think it was that close to the sand that you could slope glitch off of it to get up there. And I guess a lot of people who, sorry, I just went to wipe my nose and now I'm all congested. I feel like most people who do like safety strat and stuff for that jump usually have 2 health anyway, so I guess, yeah, good backup instead of like trying the jump again and just dying. Although I guess optimally you'll want to have 1 health there anyway, so that way you just can die right away. Especially with the FFM route, because you'll have a completed honeycomb there. And so if you grab Gobi's honeycomb and then don't kill yourself right away, then you'll heal to full health, because at that point in the run you'll have full honeycombs. Yeah, Zoinks, I meant RBA, not FFM. I run RRBA and I know that it doesn't get filled there, so. It's one of the reasons why I like it. Although if I were to start running BK again, I'd run RBA, full RBA. I was having this conversation before we went live on Twitch, and like every day I see people racing and running, it just makes me want to play again. But I am 100% sure I'd be running no DCW, no bit clip in Banjo-Tooie before BK 100%. The thirst is there. I just don't have like the priority time set aside for practice because I'm too busy wasting my time with other things. But God, it's so tempting. And I'm gonna bitch about it every day until you guys are sick of it. Alright, nice jiggy cutscene skip from Eric's. Dodging Snacker. Just have to get that scramble tourney happening, then I'll join. Maybe. I mean, the last BK tournament I joined was the novice tournament, but I don't have a time that's low enough for novice anymore. What's the threshold for novice time? I don't know what Schlongster made it when he hosted the novice tournament too, but for the first novice tournament, it was 219. When the tournament started, if you had a 219 or lower, or higher, I guess, you were allowed to join. So sub 220? No, like sub 219. If you had a 219.00, you were allowed to join. But if you had a 218.59, you were not. And I mean, even then, like, I feel like there's an argument that you could make, like, an amateur bracket instead of, like, complete novice. Because, I mean, like, I joined that tournament with, like, a 240, I think, or a 223. I can't remember what I had. I think leading up to the tournament, I had a 240, but when the tournament ended, I got my high 213, so there were a lot of PBs in that tournament. And I feel like if people are playing during a tournament, especially a novice tournament, because people with novice times... Oh my god, Kerry is not having a good time with his bat. That bat is absolutely ruining. Wait, did Kerry even go inside? Oh, yeah. Kerry got knocked off this one. There we go. Okay. We're in. People with high times have a lot of time to save. Like, you know, PBing is easier than someone with lower times. So, I feel like that's the point of running one of those tournaments, is to get people to improve their times. And I mean, I was playing, like, a lot, because at the time, me and Gage and Schlongster all had similar times. And I had to beat them. Which I didn't. I got beaten by Schlongster, and then I got beaten by Gage. Or maybe the other way around. But I got beaten by both of them. Because I had shit runs. But then after that, I stopped running BK. Yeah. And I mean, especially with, you know, Ad just posted an ad for the 1545 that's starting. Signups are starting soon. Or starting now, I guess. And so, there'll be a lot of, I mean, I guess there won't be that much people think that... I guess there won't be that many people thinking about running the game because people kind of stay in their own lane for 1545. For those in chat who don't know what the 1545 is, it's a relay marathon race, which combines together the Mario 602, the Sprash Vecta, and the Rareware 301. And it usually happens in the summer. So there'll be a lot of eyes on BK 100% during that. So I think that would be a good thing to mention to those guys. If they don't already know, which I mean the Mario community is pretty big, so getting more eyes on BK is always good. One thing I feel like they do, and I mean a lot of other people do, is racetime.gg races, which I feel like is kind of like speedrun.com, or speedruns live almost, except more modern. It'd be interesting to get that kind of stuff going with Banjo, but I feel like more people don't just compete in like random races as they did back then. Because I mean, SRL races were like big. Like SRL races were great. You just see people racing all the time on IRC. Come on, Kerry. I believe. Get back on Tumblr. Nowadays, races are like very private. I feel like there's fewer people who do races in their spare time than there used to be. But I mean, I see lots of people racing on Twitch. Just a lot of them are just kind of random people doing races. Back in like 2014, 2015, it was just like, hey, you want to race? I mean, the last time that happened in like the Banjo community was like when Banjo-Tooie Bingo was really prominent. A lot of people just like, hey, want to do a bingo? And I mean, there's all sorts of times I see people in like the Banjo community Discord just chilling in channels, racing someone else. Especially around League time, but I guess League time you have like, you know, dedicated race blocks set up. I feel like that would be really beneficial to have like all year round, I guess. So people could just be like, hey, I'm gonna do a run. Does anyone want to race me? And it doesn't need to be for points or anything, right? But this is me just kind of talking into the ether. I don't remember how I got on that conversation in the first place, but hey, there's a race going on right now. Oh, Kerry couldn't bring up the gold feather fast enough. Uh-oh. Now the Teehee's kind of giving her the do-si-do. Or giving him the do-si-do. Alright, let's check in and see how Eric's is doing in Click Clock. Saved a lot of time in Rusty Bucket Bay. Let's see, Eric's best possible time is currently 2:06:38. So Eric's can still PB if he has like a really good run. Which is like, you know, probably going to be really hard. Still has to go through the rest of Click Clock, which is difficult. Because, I mean, it's so easy to just bleed all the time in winter. There's so many, like, back-to-back tricks in winter where it's just like, oh! 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 Oh my god. Kerry, don't do that. I think my heart just, like, jumped straight out of my chest. Or, sorry, not Kerry, Eric's. Eric's, sorry. God damn, Eric's. That was so close to just falling. At least he managed to reset without, like, you know, panic moding too much, right? Kerry trying extra hard to grab all the feathers and the notes without falling. At that point, you gotta just land. Land and do another beak bust for the grunny switch. Trying to, like, circle around. Oh my god, no! No! That's probably death. Oh god. That's rough. That is very, very rough. I'm not sure. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot Kerry could do. I mean, I guess jump the other direction, but I mean, once you've already, like, made the jump, there really isn't anything you can do. Because if you smack into the skeleton, you just get recoiled backwards, even if you take the damage. So it's like, yeah, you're just kind of stuck. At least you get the Jinjo Jiggy before you enter the church in Mad Monster Mansion, so don't need to, like, collect any of the Jiggies again. It's just notes. And I mean, like Asmi says, just instead of kind of trying to, you know, redo the route, what you think is best, just go through the regular route. The notes in MMM are spread out, like, literally everywhere, so you have to go into, like, every room for them. And I think it really is every room, because there's notes in here, there's notes on the other side of the window. Don't need to grab the Jinjo or the Mumbo token. All four corners of the house on both levels. Gotta go back into the church. It's truly a rough time. I mean, Kerry's best possible time is still 2:42.50, but I feel like Kerry would have to pull off an amazing rest of the game in order to PB at this point. Kerry making extra sure not to fall off the chairs, even though Napper isn't there anymore. I guess if you fall off, you just have to get back on, though, so... Alright, Eric's lost a little bit of time in his summer. I mean, I think PB is, like, basically dead for Eric's anyway, but even still, it's nice to... It's nice to see green every now and again during races. Let's hope he'll have a, Eric's, please. Let's hope he'll have a less, heart attack inducing, scaffolding. Oh yeah, I guess you gotta rebloom these pots. Luckily, Kerry has so many eggs. Picking up lots of extras, I think. Oh! My god, I literally felt like a chill run down my arm. Just like, I don't know if anyone can relate to like fear of heights kind of thing, but like when you're up high and you look down and you feel that like tingle run down your spine or like down all your nerves, I could feel that running like right down my arm when he like popped off the bottom of that wood slope. Kerry is very low on gold feathers here. I mean, I guess after that Gobies, you're gonna be low on feathers anyway, but I guess they had lots of health going into the end of the level. And picked up lots of backup health too. See, Kerry's got a split called Mr. Rossetti. What in this game could possibly be Mr. Rossetti? Other than, like, bottles. Unless that's just, like, you know, a nod to resetting on, I guess, resetting on the water switch. Man, MMM is such a bad level to die in. I mean, I guess all of them are technically bad levels to die in, but I just feel like the notes are spread out so far in this level. And Eric's splits have been like really back and forth. It's like a lot of pink and then a lot of red and then a lot of pink and then a lot of red. Alright, Kerry's about caught up. Just needs to collect the notes on the organ. And I guess a few on the pew. And no gold feathers. So that's a little bit rough. At least Kerry has lots of health now. Just hold the jump. Hold it. You don't need to pack up. Guess that makes it a little easier though. I always feel like that Arb is gonna get you when you're like right in front of the door, but he always kind of walks like a little further away from the wall. Man, that snowball was coming in hot. Oh! Alright, the skeleton has died. Okay, Kerry's going for the backup gold feather here. Just one of them, though. I mean, at this point, you could just jump down. You have 1,000,000 health, so it doesn't really matter. And the ghost is dead. I'm not sure where Eric's is going there. I might have almost used a second feather to beak bomb over. That was probably the messiest beak bomb I've ever seen right there. Oh, it didn't quite make it up to the door. And one little detail I really love about Winter is the big, like, solid chunk of ice on Nabnut's door. I feel like iced over doors are normally done, like, really cheesily, but that one's almost like a pre-rendered kind of thing. How goes it? It was fine until Kerry died in MMM. Yeah, it was kind of rough. Oh my god, thanks for the raid, Thunderful. Did you get a new any percent world record today? Again? TM? That was a really nice beak bomb through the wall. I didn't think it was gonna work. Shout out to Banjo Runner. Let's give a shout out to I'm gonna give a shout out to Schlongster and Child of Rag. Oh, Kerry got washied too. It's 2 washies this race. I'm gonna do a twofer and give a shout out to Schlongster and Child of Ragnarok for hosting races for this tournament so far. I mean, Pixel has 2, but he doesn't count. Me and Pixel, we got the hard job, so we don't count. And yeah, also possibly to Zoinks, who might be hosting races too. Depends on if he wants to. Alright, let's see if Eric's gets his soft lock here. There's the whip. There's the slope. Panic! Okay. There's the beak barge. There we go. Easy. Easy clap. Alright, Kerry picking up some extra feathers here. Definitely needed them. Lots of hosts. Well, to be fair, the tourneys have been like delayed like every time, not because of the hosts. It has never been because a race wasn't able to be hosted. But yeah, if anyone here do be listening in and you haven't scheduled your race, do it. Although, this is the second to last round 1 match that had to take place. And the next one is being run tomorrow. You'd like to schedule a race? Please, you've got other games to run. You're very nervous. You'll do fine. Brandino, I think you run more games right now than like any other person I know. I don't know if you're active in all of them. I feel like every time I see you live on Twitch, it's a different game. Not gonna lie though, I wish I still speedran different games. Let's see, what are all the games I've done speedruns of over the years? Time for the GDO portfolio. Let's see, we got Mario Party 4, Tooie and Kazooie, obviously. Majora's Mask. Paper Mario. Sonic Spinball. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. I guess I did Ocarina of Time for a short while. Am I the host of Banjo Race? My Discord icon is right there. And it says GDO. And my light is... my circle is lighting up. But yes, I'm the host today. Yeah, I mean, I like to see more, like, lots of people hosting races and commentating, but I'm the channel owner. But tomorrow the host will be Rag. Rag's hosting Pixel versus 7 Hornet tomorrow. I mean, there are some times. I hosted iCup and Dango did a bingo match a couple weeks ago. Just the want has to be there, because I can't force people to like race, right? But if people say like, hey, we want to race and we want to you know, do it on Banjo Race, then I'll do it. Soon we'll have Booter Roulette. Oh baby. Also Hybrid. But yeah, if anyone's like, hey, we want to do a race, we want a bunch more people to see it, let's do it on Banjo Race. More than happy to take some time out of my day to host it. If I'm able to. And if I'm not, then someone else can. And if nobody else can, then you're out of luck. Oh! Eric Snow! He's fallen. Ooh, I thought that was gonna be missing the present. I mean, Eric's has had a lot of, like... Oh my god, Eric's. Come on, Eric's. He hit the switch to reset 6 seconds. Come on. You don't need to do that. Yeah, Booter started as, like, a little bit of shit-talking between Banjo runners for Ocarina of Time Randomizer. But, I turned it into, like, you know, eventually it just became open to whoever. He's going to get a 20. Yeah, I know, right? So, Booter's fun. But, I mean, I've hosted other races, or other games as well. Like, a few years ago, I did, a Diddy Kong Racing, all-trophy races tournament, but I called it Banjo Tip-Tup Racing. Because the only characters you were allowed to use were either Banjo or Tip-Tup. And so that was fun, but it was also like, you know, a lot of people were like, why would I ever choose Tip-Tup? Because he's way slower than Banjo. So, yeah. Are there requirements for hosting? I mean, typically, I save hosting for people that are, like, in the community and who have, like, are in the tournaments, right? So it's like, I mean, if you kind of know what you're talking about, sure. But even then, I don't know what I'm talking about half the time, so... Hosting also requires a lot of the OBS setup too, so I would rather have tons of people like willing to comment and like a few really good hosts. Like, my schedule is pretty open when I'm not at work, and so I tend to, like, host everything I can, but I know that other people would like to, you know? But it's like, at the same time, it's like, you know, not everyone wants to, so, I mean, half the time I end up in the casting booth all alone, like today. But it's like, you know, if people want to get in, 2 or 3 commentators is, like, always fun, because then you can have a little bit of banter during the, you know, down times of the games. Eric's getting beat out by that, buzz bomb. Yeah. I mean, in general, the point is just to have fun, right? Oh! Kerry landed! Oh, and now they'll have to do that jump up to the stupid flight pad on the house over here. Getting knocked off the snowman into the water is just so terrible. God, I hate this jump so much. I believe. Come on, Kerry, you got this. Oh, only took like 4 or 5 tries. This is going to be an awkward angle. I think this is going to end up landing too. Oh, just barely not. Eric's doing tip-top. Casually using the chat. I'll do a purple Jinjo. Looked more like he called me a CPVBV. Imagine saying cyan and not light blue. These people think they're cultured using real colors instead of shades. P for purple, K for pink. I use P for purple and PI for pink. And then I use B for blue and LB for light blue. If I used K, I'd be like, what kind of color is Kirkle? You might assign them numbers. Some people do that. And that's like, you know that meme where like the 2 young kids are like afraid in the corner and the rabbit's just sitting there? People who use numbers are the rabbit. Like, it's not okay. It's not okay to use numbers. Yeah, that's what Zoink was just saying, Pixel. Absolutely deranged, I tell ya. I was like, oh my god, Kerry missed a note! But, oh yeah, just they're gonna be coming back here later. Yeah, that's what you get for not paying attention, Pixel. Paying attention to everything that happens in chat. Okay. See you later, Mumbo Token. Oh god, is Kerry gonna lose? Okay. Luckily, you go really fast when going up slopes. You were chatting with Schlongster? I can't imagine a worse hell. Just kidding. We all love Schlongster around here. That's right. Schlong happy. Schlong happy in the chat. There he is. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Schlongster. Eric's is doing Vile without speed shoes. I like that. That's wholesome. I mean, I don't know how many hot dogs. I wasn't counting. It was just what I had prepared. It definitely wasn't 40 though. I just thought, I'm gonna be speedrunning a game for 50 hours straight. I need to have food prepared. And so I thought, what can I eat hot or cold that I can quickly get up from my chair to prepare in between like CPU turns, you know, on the board. Bam, hot dogs. Yeah, Pixel, that'll be happening like years down the line, probably. Once more Mario Party games are decompiled, they'll combine them into one Super Mario Party. Hey, Oliver. With online through like a client. That'd be great. How would that look? I don't know, like I don't know if any of you guys play much Jackbox, but there's something on Steam called the Jackbox Mega Party Picker or something, where you can just like choose the Jackbox games from all the games that you own. So I imagine it would be, you could do something like that, where it was like, you know, uh-oh. Oh my god, I can't believe Kerry lived. When I saw Kerry nick the snowman's broom, I was like, oh god, this is not gonna be this is not gonna be good. I think Kerry lost 5 or 6 health on that fall. That was absolutely insane. But yeah, you just kind of pick the game on the party picker, and it automatically just like opens the game for you from whatever Jackbox game you own. It's actually really handy if you like don't want to keep switching between the Jackbox games to play games. No, Kerry didn't die in FP. Kerry died in MMM. I'm not sure why the enter split is so big, because that's a 2-minute difference. I actually don't know what happened there. There was a period when I wasn't looking at the screen for a long time. When we were discussing things that were maybe not so important. Yeah, I mean, either way, it's not something that's going to be done anytime soon. I mean, we all know how long ago the Banjo decomp was finished, and I mean, nothing's really come of that yet, other than, like, TSR's, like, silly little, hacks. But we know that there's, like, work being done on it. I know Jigglypuff's always doing coding for the rando with it. Mario Party's great, isn't it? Every time I talk about Mario Party 4, I think about the terrible, terrible time I had doing that all presents run. But it's a free PB if I go back to it. I just have to play the game for 52 hours straight. Or less. Oh no! Kerry doesn't have enough health. That's bad. Alright, Kerry gotta go out and find 2 health. Which is, I guess, by bottles. I think once you learn the move, bottle just doesn't refill your health, right? But there's the honey hive. And at least there you could get like 3, so then you have like 1 for the road. Is Eric's on PB pace? Absolutely not. I don't know if you can see above the screen, but Eric's has a 207.58. Which is at the very top left corner of your screen. And his timer is currently sitting at 204.39. I mean, Eric's could pull off a sub 3-minute grunty, but it's a little Damn. Grunty question on the death square. Very lucky. All right. Kerry going in for take 3. I believe. Alright, here we go. Lining it up. Little too far back. Way too far back now. And, oh, that's way too far in the wrong direction. Okay, come on, Kerry. I believe. A little bit of wiggle. Oh, no. They failed it again. No one has submitted a time for all boards. I mean, all presents is basically all boards for Mario Party 4. My time should be up there. Yeah, Mario Party 4 all presents. Look at that, I'm in 2nd place. It says the time was 5 years ago, but it definitely wasn't 5 years ago. Like, in the VOD, you can clearly see it's, like, the place I lived at in 2017, but I think, they didn't bother putting it on, like, even making a leaderboard for it until another person finished it 4 years ago. Although my time's on there before his is, so I'm not really sure, but either way, he's got me beat by, like, 5 hours, which is, you know, pretty okay. I think I'll pass on beating his 45-hour time, though. After that stream, I had the worst migraine I've ever had. I don't know if anyone's ever stayed up for 52 hours before, but I don't recommend it. I guess I didn't stay up for 52 hours. I played like 27 hours, and then I took a 90-minute nap, and then I played for another like 15 hours after that. Or 25 hours after that. It was pretty rough. Yeah, but I was also young and, well, not young, but younger. Anyway, I don't recommend anyone stay up for that long. My favorite part was when Connor75 came into my chat and was like, since you started this run, I've gone to work. I've gone to work, come home, slept, gone to work. Come home and you're still running. And I was like, yeah, I guess I haven't played it for a long time. Beat Bowser at the end of each board. You don't battle Bowser in Mario Party 2, though. Alright, Kerry going in for the honeycomb one more time. I feel like we're almost going to see the walrus at this point, but in the end, the race is already over, so... Oh, victory! Alright. Time! 2:09:16. Let's drag them both in. Alright, GG's. GG's.
Yo, GG's.
Let me get this, volume up again. Holy crap, you're... Oh my god, why are you at 185%?
Wait, what? Me?
Yeah, I turned your volume on Discord up to 185%.
That's loud.
Yeah, it was very loud. Kerry, can you hear us?
Hello?
I don't think Kerry can hear us. Anyways, GG's. I see you,
GG's.
you were not in a hurry at all to close your splits.
No, I just minimized the window. There.
Oh, okay. I thought you just kind of rage quit out of that.
No.
Yeah.
I just minimized the window to
Gotcha.
go to Discord. and
Oh, gotcha,
Chrome.
gotcha.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty really run. What's all that time save on? Did you fail 450 note door skip in your PV?
Yeah, I did. It was second try on my PB.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh, PB? Chance? Maybe? And then MMM happened.
Yeah, and then Gobbies happened, and RV kinda happened.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I started to get message from my job, so I became so distracted starting MMN.
Oh.
And after that, I just didn't care because I was like checking the cell phone, trying to answer, and continue. Not sure if you realize, like, there was sometimes like after a cutscene or switch or something, it took me like a brief moment to start moving because I was like replying to something.
Oh, no, I didn't notice at all.
Yeah. But it was better than I expected. It's up to 10 at least.
Yeah, sub 210 is pretty good. Kerry, on the other hand, had a pretty rough run.
Looks like, yeah.
Died in the church, which was kind of rough.
Oh, I missed that.
And then almost died in FP as well. I wasn't sure what happened at the very beginning of FP, but yeah, FP2 was pretty rough.
Yeah, I was seeing she was like having struggling to get the was a quick dive, yeah, for the honeycomb.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the honey, it took a couple tries to get in there, but it is what it is. I mean,
okay.
In the end, I think it was pretty okay. I mean, Kerry's run was pretty good going out of Gobi's Valley. Like, that minus 149, and then, yeah, the death in MMM definitely, brought on the red.
Yeah, it should have.
You're here now, race again. Sorry, Mr. Sandman. There'll be a race tomorrow. Just tune in earlier.
Oh. And that's gonna be Hypixel versus 7 Hornet, right?
Yeah. Pixel and 7 Hornet, hosted by Child of Ragnarok. So.
Nice. Should be hype.
Me and you, exhibition.
Pretty close.
Bro, I haven't done a BK run in years. I don't even remember the route. I don't even remember. I was about to say I don't even remember where my BK card is, but then I looked like above at where my TV is, and it's like sitting right next to it. Maybe if I had a little bit of practice, Zoink. Because, I mean, I think your time's way better than mine, too. I think. Oh, wait, no, it's not. I still don't think I could do it. I would be shocked if I could get, like, a sub 230 right now. At my current level of play.
Just a little bit of practice and you can do it.
Yeah, I'm sure. I know that if I do one run, I'm going to do another run, and another run, and another run.
Easy sub 210 with that.
Yeah. You need to get back on the EverDrive. Let's see if I can put like an emoji in Terry's chat.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that. Was they happy that nothing too tragic happened this run?
Yeah, you
Yep.
scared us quite a bit in Click Clock Wood during summer and fall. You're almost falling off the scaffolding in summer.
Yeah, yeah, that was pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, luckily you saved it. I thought you were gonna like panic, like jump off the ledge at one point, but then you were fine. And then in
Yeah.
fall, you what's it called? And then
Yeah.
in fall, almost fell off the bottom as well. So, like when you jump to the acorn.
Oh yeah. it was funny, like I actually like fell, right? Like Banjo was out of that catwalk and then like came back. It was weird.
Oh yeah, catwalk's the word I keep trying to think of. It was oh yeah, that reminds me. There was I don't remember how it came up. We were talking about like octopi versus octopode during the chat, and I brought up the Webster's Dictionary page because it was you know, I wanted to see, you know, what it said. And I ended up clicking on this article for like how to pronounce tricky menu items. And one of the ones on here I was gonna ask about if you've ever had it is pozole.
Pozole.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
It's,
it's
yeah, it said a thick soup chiefly of Mexico and the U.S. Southwest, made with pork, hominy, which I don't know what that is, garlic and chili. And I was waiting until the stream was race was over to ask you if it actually tastes good, because it looks like something I kind of want to try making.
it is amazing. It tastes really, really good.
Oh yeah.
I like we eat that like on our Independence Day in September.
Oh, okay.
It's like the traditional dish.
Okay.
Pozole.
Is it just kind of like eaten as a soup or like a chili almost, or?
Yeah, like a chili, and it has. You can do it with pork or with chicken and with corn. Like
Yeah.
how is it's really, really good.
Yeah. The picture they showed definitely looked good, so I'll have to do that. All right, well, I think that's all
Yeah.
for us here. Looking at the bracket, Eric's, you're gonna be moving on to race Oxalin,
Oh my god, yeah.
so
That
that's gonna be a fun one. You'll have to practice up and prep for that one.
I have to pop off against Saxi.
Yeah.
I think we raced the last tournament as well. I
Okay.
remember
I can hear you
something
now.
like
Yeah.
oh,
Hi.
they're scary.
Did you have
Sorry.
your headset off or something?
My headset turned off, but I didn't realize it had turned off because my microphone was still working. So I don't know what happened.
Oh.
That was really weird.
Oh.
My
Yeah,
microphone must have switched. It must have switched to my desktop microphone. Is that what your smiley face meant?
No, well, I typed smiley face because I thought maybe I'll type that in chat to get your attention that we're talking in Discord and we can't hear you.
Yeah, no, it got my attention. I just didn't know.
Yeah, yeah. The smiley was more just kind of like hello, hello.
I thought you were like, Carrie clearly needs emotional support right
No,
now.
no.
So I'll send them a smiley face.
Well, I mean that too. Have you heard everything we've been saying since I dragged you in
No,
here?
I've heard nothing. I don't know what happened.
Oh, yeah. You heard nothing, and we heard nothing from you if you were talking. So.
Yeah.
I think I was probably just like yelling. I don't think I was saying anything of value.
Yeah.
Fair.
Okay, I guess rewinding then. Yeah, pretty good run up until Mad Monster Mansion.
Then it just fell apart.
Yeah, the death in the church
No.
was definitely heartbreaking because when I saw you jump, I was like, I was just like immediately like, there's nothing you can do here. There's no way to dodge the skeleton, and if you like attack him, you're just recoiling. Well, I guess you could recoil off, and then maybe you'd be able to flap out of that, but it's just, yeah, it's just there was no way.
Oh, so the limbo.
Yeah, well, I thought I saw him and I was like, I could probably jump around him, but I didn't, and he hit me and I fell,
Yeah.
and I died.
That sucks.
Maybe if you would have jumped to the right, but I mean, even then, it's like hindsight, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What happened to you at the beginning of FP? Because I think we were looking at something else, or we were talking about something else in chat, and I saw your enter, whatever your first split on FP2 is. It was enter something.
Yeah, I just fucked up. I just fucked up the split. I just didn't split in
Oh,
time.
okay, because we were looking at it. I was like, I wonder what happened there.
Yeah, I just split late, and then I don't think I did any of the other splits right because I don't know. I often don't split right, so.
Gotcha. Yeah, you have definitely some funny split names in there. I liked your Titty C. Definitely flashbacks to watching Mad Taz run Banjo for sure. With some of the split names.
Yeah.
I was very surprised you didn't die in FP as well, like when you fell off the snowman's broom.
I can't believe I didn't die there, and then I discovered where all the health in FP was because I kept messing up jumping into the icy water, so I had to go. I mean, I think all that was left if I had failed again would be to kill the ice cubes on the top of the snowman. I think that would have been all that was left there.
Yeah, did you get the rest of the snowman honeycombs? Because I remember you got the one by bottles, and then you got the ice cubes and the honeycomb over by the side. And then you definitely did like a tour of the whole level.
Yeah, I think I got them all. It's just one of those things where I don't know if this happens to everybody, but I find if I do something wrong one time, it's like very hard for something like that. It's like you do it wrong, and then I just can't do it right. It's like my brain gets stuck on the wrong way. That happens to me with Mr. Vile too. If I lose to Mr. Vile once, I often lose then like 5 more times, which is why I had so much health going into Mr. Vile.
I figured it's been a long time since I've seen, no FFM, and so going into Bubble Gloop, it was that realization, oh yeah, you got to do Vile without speed shoes kind of thing. And I saw Eric's, you did it too, right?
Yeah, I always try to do at least the first 2 rounds without speed shoes.
Yeah.
Just to remember the feel for no FFM whenever I came back.
I thought you were doing it in like just because Carrie was doing it as well, so it was like
solidarity.
Yeah.
Nah,
that's the word I'm trying to
I always do it. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I always do it like that unless I see that I'm being scuffed and losing. I run for the speeches.
Okay. But yeah, after that last time you entered Waz's Cave, I was like, if they don't do it this time, we're gonna see the walrus. Like I was like, I was expecting to see the walrus.
That would have been faster. My plan was to just die and then just come back with full health and with all the health regenerated and then just try again. Because that was all that was left was the honeycomb. So that was my backup plan.
Yeah. Well, good plan, but I mean, sorta.
Oh, by the way, I mashed the hell out in RBB engine room.
Oh,
Did you
yeah.
see that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was
Oh
fun.
my god.
We've had lots of. There's a
Oh,
funny highlight I think I put in a Banjo-Kazooie shorts of that happening to one of the runners during the Scramble tournament. I can't remember who it was, but I remember Pixel lost his shit yelling. But it was,
classic.
yeah, it was, and then just silence after that. So it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, continuing
Yeah.
what I was saying before, so Carrie, you'll be going down into the bracket to race Briggs, and I
Nice.
actually can't find Briggs on SRC either. So
He's also no FFM.
He's Xbox, no FFM. Yeah.
Yeah.
Xbox no FFM.
Xbox, no FFM. Yeah.
I didn't expect to have to click on that many tabs. So, because I was like, I tried no FFM because I was like, wait a sec, I remember this. Click no FFM, and the Control F still wasn't working. But yeah, Xbox no FFM. Great.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of people who have run Xbox no FFM.
Nope.
Yeah. I was about to say free spots at the top of the leaderboard, but maybe not because Trep's up there. Trep and Nade. Yep, so, Carrie, if you could schedule up with Briggs whenever you can, that would be great.
Okay.
Be, very good. And Eric, same for you and, Oxalin. I'm sure that will, no doubt be a time where, it's absolutely shit for me to host, just because Oxalin is a European boy. So...
Yeah, we have to
yeah. I mean, we've got, like...
check on that.
If the brackets like turn out, you know, in such a way, it's like, because, you know, we've got Oxalin in the tournament, we've got Miam in the tournament. It's like we got Tyson still, I guess. So there's definitely gonna be a lot of yikes, time zone trickery going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyways,
but I was saying.
Yep, go on.
Sorry, I was saying that we raced. Oxy and I raced last tourney, I think, because I remember Flame doing like a joke about baguette versus taco, so I think it was kind of like that.
Oh yeah, I was thinking of Oxalin versus JJ the jet plane. No, maybe it was. Maybe it was. Let me go and have a look, because it would have been later on in the tournament, right? Because I do remember that. That vaguely rings a bell. Let me bring up the. I don't remember if it was the last league or not. Let's see.
Can't remember.
Yep.
It was that or Scrabble.
Oh yeah, Oxalin versus Eric's losers round 1 of the last league tournament.
Oh shit. At least it's winners now.
Yeah, go ahead, Carrie.
I was gonna say, Pixel, when do you need... I'm about to go out of town for like a week and a half, so I don't know when Briggs and I need to have our race scheduled by, like what date we need to actually do the race by.
When are you going out of town?
Well, I'm leaving on Monday, but I have kind of stuff going on this weekend, so I don't know. Maybe if Briggs could do like tomorrow or maybe Saturday. I'll talk to Briggs and we'll figure it out.
Okay. If you guys are able to do it before you go out of town, great. If not, at least we know ahead of time that you're going out of town. So it's not a big deal. It's not like you're AFKing us and just leaving and not saying anything, right? So
No. Yeah, and Briggs and I we did league races a lot, I think, on Friday nights, so I'm sure it'll be fine. I'll reach out to him, maybe we could do tomorrow.
Okay. I think because you guys have the first round losers, and then everyone else kind of gets a bye past that round. I think prioritizing your guys' race will be more important if another race has to happen during that time. So we'll find a way to make it work. No problem.
Okay. Yeah, that makes
Whatever
sense.
is comfy for everyone.
Okay.
Okay. Is anyone here gonna keep on streaming at all?
No.
Nah, I gotta go.
No one wants to run it back.
I would, but I have to leave.
Okay,
I have to
that's
get
fine.
out.
Alright, well, I will
Yeah.
go ahead and raid Tyson.
Ooh.
Tyson78_MK. He's doing some Banjo-Kazooie speedruns, so yeah.
Rock Tyson.
Alright, thanks for watching today's race. Thanks for racing, y'all. Good
Thank
luck in
you,
your next
Gio, for
rounds.
hosting.
GG.
GG.
GG Curry.
And bye.
Bye.